The Friday schedule has just dropped. So this is going to be an immediate reaction, ain't it? Hello there, everybody. Welcome along to, it says Talking Con, but it's kind of like a little bit of a checking in. We're just kind of like doing a live reaction. Literally, like I say, the second that I hit start stream and go live, it just dropped. Which means we are getting an immediate reaction, although we've already got some stuff we can go straight in and talk about because, well, we have been treated to something very special if you are an MCU fan within the last 4 hours, which was particularly amazing to have rock up. But yeah, that was all well and good, wasn't it? But let's have a look at our schedule then. And yes, we have ourselves the Friday night schedule, or the Friday day schedule, sorry. We had Wednesday, we had Thursday, plenty of games and all sorts of fun and games on that one. But now it's time to dive into, let's have a look at what I'm doing here. Because one thing I have decided, because I was having all sorts of fun with Chrome, which was just playing silly buggers with me. It really was. Ooh, have they dropped Saturday as well by accident? Or is that just, I think that's just the games, isn't it? Yeah, nothing in the way of like panels. Okay, so they have dropped Saturday, but it's kind of like all the game stuff. Nothing in the way of, oh, I don't know, what's that? Have they dropped it by accident? You know they have. Oh no, it's not. That's a film screening. They're showing Conan the Barbarian, and yeah, they're posting. They posted their film screening, so that's all well and good. But let's see if we can find some blue ones, because it's time to get up to date and find out exactly what's going on with panels on. Well, that's autographs, all well and good. Have we got panels yet, or is it a little bit sparse? Let's see what we've got here. I'm not seeing any blue. I'm not seeing any blue panels. So I think what they're doing is they're slowly but surely populating the screen. Okay, let's have a look at this. Chuck Cook, I haven't even allocated my exclusive points yet, as you shouldn't. As you know, we may have screenings. We have made additional names. I know that they had a panel, a signing for the Borderlands cast on Saturday, which implies obviously you're going to have your Borderlands panel in Hall H. However, it was kind of like not your big names. It wasn't your Jack Blacks. It wasn't any major names from Borderlands. That may change once we find out they're actually being announced, and that's what today and tomorrow is all about. So hang fire. At the moment, it's all looking. They've got the Friday page up, and I think they have yet to really kind of drop it. Let me just see if I can reload it and see anything that crops up, because what we're aiming for is Friday. Here we go. Programs. Yay! We have programs. So let's go straight to it and do like an immediate reaction. We are going to be doing this by room, of course, because, well, it's just a lot easier and it's a less of a mess. But let's see if I can. Yes, here we go. Right. So that's Thursday. We're wanting Friday. Come on. Oh, dear Lord. I think we need to start. This is my shed, which is a bit of a mess. It really is. Come on. Simple. Let's go. Because I'm wanting to try and find Friday. What we got? This is all films. It hasn't got the actual panels yet. As far as is it me? Everyone is anyone looking on the panel? Is anyone looking on the page yet? Oh dear Lord, sorry about this. Like I say, I mean they've turned on the page for Friday, but they haven't got anything up as of yet. It's all the game stuff. Let's have a look at this. Is this Friday? Okay. Yeah, it's all films. That's Friday. Have we got Friday panels? Programs. Yes, we do. Okay. Thank God for that. Yeah, I'd be bloody panicking then. Okay. So Friday, July 26th. Excellent stuff. We've got panels. Thank you. They finally actually managed to get that up and running, and we want to do it by venue because we can and we will and we won't. Okay. So isn't this fun watching me scrolling through a very large and complicated setup? But here we go. Let's have a look at which this one is. It's they're sticking it all on one page, man. They're sticking it all on one page. Have we got it? Friday. Here we go. Right. So I found the ballpark. Unfortunately, like for some reason, I've got all the game stuff up on here, and it's really making life a little bit awkward. And I do apologize for that. That's 70s panel. What's it all about? Okay. Right. We'll start that again, shall we? And we'll go over to the panels. Once again, if you are interested in what the panels are, and if there's any panels that you spot that you want me to kind of dive into in particular, do let me know, and we'll do what we can to kind of cover them. But it's all about getting as much out of the Friday panels as we possibly can. So the panels we're looking at are in green for Friday, and yes, I'm using Edge. Don't judge me, really don't, because it's not worth the effort. But we have ourselves. Let's go with Hall H first, of course. Let's start with the big room, 6,500 people, and I'm seeing already a couple of panels which will absolutely fill that room. This is going to be a queue up. If anything, this is going to be an overnight camp. So we have got ourselves in Hall H at 10 o'clock. Showrunner and executive producer Eric Kripke joins the series stars for a post-season finale celebration of Let's Hear It for the Prime's videos. The boys hear from the cast and creator about the head-exploding, jaw-dropping fourth season, along with the behind-the-scenes secrets, favorite moments, and thrilling surprises. Nothing in the way of who else is going to be there. It says they're here from the cast and creator. Who knows? So, I mean, we know that Robert Kirkman is in town. We don't know about any of the cast that's going to be available, but Eric Kripke is going to be there at least. So, if he's going to hold your attention for 50 minutes, that's how the day is going to start. Friday, 10 o'clock. It is the boys into Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Return to Middle Earth with the series showrunners and cast as they give an inside look into the highly anticipated second season. Well, it's a show that they absolutely want to promote and get as many people on the eyeballs. People are doing what they can to really get into it. But I suspect because it's mostly new names, you want to kind of get as many people acclimatized to those faces as possible. So I think you're going to see a pretty large table, and you're going to see a fair number of the cast on stage for Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, coming to a second season at August 29th. And then you have Newty Gower, Millie Gibson, Russell T. Davies is in town. And yes, we have got ourselves into the Who-niverse, a Doctor Who panel, which is talking about the latest season and the game-changing finale episode, which has aired on Disney Plus and iPlayer. The trio will also share behind-the-scenes stories, fan surprises, and a special sneak peek moderated by Josh Horowitz. Nobody else by the looks of things, so it's just those three. But then again, Russell T. Davies is always a lot of fun behind a panel desk, so he's going to be cool. And it's going to be great to have introduce San Diego Comic-Con to the noise and the noise and thunder, which is Hall H. Newty Gower is going to have a great time on that one. 12:30 through till 1:30, so a full hour with them. And then it's into our Walking Dead couple of hours. Dead City Season 2. Now, there's a name I didn't expect to see on stage, but there we go. I've been talking about him online recently. Confirmed panelists include El Journey, the showrunner, Scott M. Gimble, the Walking Dead Universe Chief Content Officer and Executive Producer, Lauren Cohen, Executive Producer of Maggie, Jeffrey D. Morgan, Executive Producer of Negan, Gaius Charles, Armstrong, and Jellico Ivanak, the Croat. Chris Hardwick is moderating. He is out from underneath the shadows, everybody. And yes, he is back on stage moderating in Hall H. So I can imagine, certainly for the Walking Dead fans, a bit of a rapturous reception to him back on stage. And then you've got yourself the next Walking Dead panel, where you're going to be having Chris Hardwick on duties again, this time having Melissa McBride and Norman Reedus talking about Daryl Dixon, the Book of Carol. That is going to be another hour panel, 2:45 to 3:45. So, yeah, that's going to be a popular one. The bit of a palate cleanser, I suspect, but still, Antoine Fuqua, the guy behind Equalizer Trilogy, Training Day, Olympus and Fallen, and the upcoming Michael Jackson biopic, and Roland Emmerich, Those About to Die, Independence Day, and White House Down. It's going to be talking about their work, their Challenges production, and their dueling White House invasion movies with Stephen Weintraub. It is Collider's directors on directing for an hour. To be fair, I am going to bet there was going to be somebody else on that panel, and they haven't been able to land them. But those two will talk a good talk as their want. But that's between 4 and 5. At which point the day comes to a close in Hall H, 5:15, with the cast and crew of 20th Century Studios' Alien Romulus, the terrifying next installment of the iconic and beloved Alien franchise. You've got director Fede Alvarez, cast Kaylee Spaney, David Johnson, Archie Reno, Isabella Merced, Spike Fern, and Eileen Wu. Yep. Graham Small, not one thing I'd queue up for in Hall H Friday. It's this is intense fandoms. So you're fans of The Boys, you're fans of Lord of the Rings, you're fans of Doctor Who, you're fans of The Walking Dead, you're fans of the Alien franchise. They will camp out in droves. They are a passionate fandom. Graham, you're saying that none of these appeal to you? I'm sure there's something around the San Diego Comic-Con, but that is Hall H from 10 a.m. through to 6:15. I'd say that's quite a big setup. Indigo Ballroom, you've got all the animations. Basically, it's non-stop from start to finish. Adult Swim Common Side Effects first look from 11 o'clock. 12 o'clock, Adult Swim's Rick and Morty, the anime. 1 o'clock, adapting fan favorites, a conversation with Prime Video's adult animation creators, Robert Kirkman, Vivian Medrano, and Travis Willing, all on stage. You've got Solar Opposites from Hulu. That's going to be on stage, cast and crew, including Thomas Middleditch and Mary Mack on stage. The Great North from 3 o'clock. You've got Deal Stone, Paul Rust, and Apano Nisharia. I'm not too sure about that one. I've never heard of it. So, yeah, you're going to have to. Is anyone that's a fan of The Great North? Do let me know. Bob Burgers, however, still has quite the fan base, with cast and crew on stage, including H. John Benjamin, John Roberts, Kristen Schaal, Eugene Merman, Dan Mintz, and Larry Murphy. And then to wrap things up, a bit of a break, of course, that's 5 o'clock. Room gets emptied, breakdown, and then at 8 o'clock, you have the 36th Annual Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards. Okay, let's have a look at what else we've got ourselves. Let's go a little bit further down. Let's see, you've got all these games and all these demos that's happening. Room 10, the 70s panel. I wanted to go on to the bigger rooms, but there we go. Let's see who's actually going to be on stage. So you got Jerry Conway, Joe Duffrey, Mark Waldman, Paul Levitz, Mark Evanier. This is all your hardcore, old school comics, to be fair. Everything from Gru to Scott Dumbier to Walt Kelly and Pogo. Shock, Gasp, Choke, celebrating the 70th anniversary of Comics versus the US State. Fair enough. Very comic. Oh, it's all comics heavy, of course. Likewise in room 11. Let's go a little bit further down. We're looking at 6 AB and the slightly bigger rooms, of course, Ballroom 20 as well. Let's see if we can find out something from Ballroom 20. 23 ABC. Graham Small, give me Arcane, please. Where's Netflix this year? Amen to that, brother. Yeah, I'd like a panel on that, if you won't mind. I am going to be possibly in the room for that one. Building New Worlds with Distillery, Jock, Arielle Cristantina, Becky Cloonan, Joe Henson, and Ramvi. No Tula Lote. Interesting. But none of the actual guys who run Distillery either. Looks like it's just the creators. 11 o'clock in 23 ABC. Again, comics based and a little bit of gaming at the back end as well. Okay, let's go a little bit further down. Let's try and find the slightly bigger one. We're going to go scroll through this again and find our fave little hidden secrets dotted around. But I'm trying to find the bigger rooms, and let's have a look at yes, to rooms. 2 rooms. Try using grid function just to see 2 rooms. Yes, I tried that and it didn't quite having it. So let's go. I'll tell you what, let's you say grid. Let's go to grid view and try that. Let's go grid. You want me to do grid? I'll go grid rooms. Here we go. Right, we go. Okay, fair enough. You want to go this way? We'll go this way. So we go Friday. But it does mean me having to try and scroll through and find some names. Let's go, because you have to drag and drop on this one. Here we go. Right. You see, there's lots of gaming stuff going on, and I'd like to try and filter that out, but there we go. Right. Let's go across to 6 BCF. Here we go. So the likes of Funko Fusion Festival of Fandom kicking things off at 10:15 with a whole bunch of people from the Funko creative team. Good evening to Bubble Gimgam. Welcome, Gumgam. Welcome along. We're looking through some of the bigger names and the bigger rooms of San Diego Comic-Con on a Friday. Okay, so hello. Kevin Feige is in the house, and he's in the house on Friday. Interesting. Okay, let's put a pin in that. That's happening in 6DE, and it's going to be from 3 till 4. Marvel Comics Editor-in-Chief CB Cebulski and Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige discuss their mutual love for all things Marvel Comics, along with some special surprise creators with decades of creative storytelling at the House of Ideas. Between them, there are no shortage of insights and unheard comic book anecdotes that you can't afford to miss. Kevin Feige on Friday. He is in town. Not just on Saturday, though. So interesting to see what's going on there. Okay, fair enough. There's nothing that I'm seeing in terms of sort of big stuff. Ballroom 20 I'm looking for as well, frankly. But this is just so awkward. Stop it. Ballroom 20. There it is, right at the top. Right. Kicking things off on... Oh, good Lord. Stop it. Starting at 10 o'clock, we have the 24th Animation Show of Shows with an annual collection of spellbinding poetic tales, selection of animated shorts, never talks down, but it's suitable for children of all ages. Program dedicated to 99-year-olds, audience Q&A moderated by Ron Diamond and Malcolm Sutherland. That's how Ballroom 20 starts. Snowpiercer, exclusive advanced screening, which will be a new episode, season 4, episode 2, before it debuts on Sunday, with stars David Diggs, Mickey Sumner, and Mike O'Malley on stage with executive producers and moderated by Damien Holbrook. If you are a Snowpiercer fan, 11:15 to 12:30, that will be the room for you. Entertainment Weekly's Brave New Warriors. I'm stunned yet. I was stunned if we were going to see any names for that, but they may be fighters on screen doesn't mean they're not lovers of the craft. A panel of actors discussing the thrill of playing iconic characters, difference between their personas and real life, highs and lows of their careers in Hollywood. We've got nothing for that yet. That'll get announced closer to the date. Nothing new. Always an interesting panel, though, so it might be worthwhile checking out. Ladies' Night with Collider. So we do have a couple of names here. Perry Niminoff will be running with this one, senior producer at Collider, featuring Melissa Barrera from Scream and Abigail, and Katie O'Brien from Twisters and The Mandalorian and Mission Impossible 8. Taking to the state, and more. Yeah, again, it's going to be about who they can confirm to get on board for that panel. That's happening between 2 and 3. TV Guides Magazine's fan favorites. Again, no names as yet. Shock or a surprise between 3:15 and 4:15. But again, it's going to be genre fans on that one. Trailer Park. This is not the strongest Saturday I've seen ever. Seize the opportunity to watch the best and most exciting genre trailers out there from over 4,000 fellow fans. That's if there's 4,000 in the room, frankly. We have ourselves Dexter, Original Sin. Cast creator and executive producer discuss the upcoming prequel to the fan favorite series Dexter. Join them as they share what to expect from the new season and unveil a whole new bunch of surprises. No details, no names. So it's literally just a title between 5:45 and 6:45. And then Dragon Prince. Binge season 6 of the Dragon Prince on its global release day. The most epic season in an epic venue. For one amazing evening, Ballroom 20 will become the global headquarters of a worldwide Dragon Prince watch party with the creators, cast, and crew from the series from 7 till 11. Okay. I'm going to say that is not the strongest day I've seen in Hall H, and there had better be some really cool names for people to come out of the woodwork to see the Entertainment Weekly, Collider, and TV Guide panels. Snowpiercer will get some people out the door, but this is not a rack 'em up Ballroom 20. There had better be some bloody good names announced down the line. Interesting, and possibly a little disappointing. Hall H is strong, but it is, like I say, and what I said to Graham, it's for people who are absolutely diehard fans of those particular franchises. Beyond that, you really have to have some interest in going to see what Hall H is all about. Okay, let's see if there's any panels that kind of catch your attention. It's maddening using this. Marginal Ballroom 20. It is a tough sell. You've got to have some names announced on those panels to get people into that room. Ballroom 20 is traditionally a full-on it's something you queue up for. That I'm not entirely sure would get people up to queue up overnight to go and see. You've got to have some hardcore Snowpiercer fans for that kind of thing. Okay, let's have a quick look through the rest of it then. Let's see. No. Michael P., you're right. It's maddening using this. Just going to say, is there any way of... I can't even scroll sideways with it. This is the thing. Friday is what we're after. Thank you. Good Lord. So awkward. I can't even use my side wheel on my mouse. It is a case of drag and drop and hope that you don't accidentally click on something. Otherwise, you end up doing like that. Oh, this is so awkward. Chuck a Toilet. Toby's saying Ballroom 20 should be Hall H light. They should be packing this place. They may be. There could be some really good names that could show up for these particular rooms, but I'm not seeing them. Not yet. Let's try and go a little bit further on without, I don't know, catching anything with the mouse. And let's have a quick look and see if there's anything that kind of catches anybody's attention. I know it's very difficult to see on the screen, and I do apologize for that, but hopefully you can kind of spot something. So all comics there, which is cool. We got ourselves a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle panel. Jason Aaron, of course, the new writer for the book. Joelle Jones, new artist. Tom Waltz, Sarah Meyer, and Pharaoh P. will be on stage celebrating the 40th anniversary from 10 till 11 in room 25 ABC. For the fans of the Turtles, that'll be interesting, if anything, to find out what the next level of the Turtles are all about. Let's see what's going on. Asmus Foundations. I suspect it's going to be more about the actual book, which it is. Okay. I'm going to do my best to sell Friday for you, because at the moment, Doctor Who seems to be the headliner. Doctor Who, and if you are a Walking Dead fan, yeah. Okay. Room 6A. Well, McFarlane Toys Multiverse, so Tom McFarlane in that room. The Image Comics Enter the Massiveverse, which I knew about. Carl Higgins, Brian Buccello, Melissa Flores, Ryan Parrott, moderated by Ryan Sidoti, looking at the next group of Massiveverse. Andrew Dickinson, go to print version, then grid. You could do that, but let's see if we can stick with this for now. I'm not messing around. Gremlins Wild Batch. So you got yourself talking about the next season of that, produced by Amblin Television in association with Warner Brothers Animation. Just out of curiosity, did anyone watch the first season of Gremlins Wild Batch? Did anyone even know that it had come out? Because I didn't, which kind of speaks volumes. Josh Gad in the building for Dark Horse. Obviously, he's got himself a new book out as well called The Writer. Yeah, it's about that book, which isn't great. Andrew Dickinson, what was it on? What's that mean? What was it on? What? I don't know what you're on about there, so please let me know. For the comics, yeah, that one's there. The Kevin Feige panel could be rather interesting. I'm trying to find a way of just scrolling through, and that, I suspect, is that. This is a really light Friday. What was it on? Gremlins. It was on Amblin, in association with Warner Brothers Television, Amblin. So I have no idea why. Oh, continues this fall on Max. Okay, that explains that then. Yeah, on Max, eh? There we go. This is really, really light, guys. We knew about Harley Quinn and Kite Man. We know that everyone other than Harley Quinn is showing up. So let's have a quick look and see if there's any other panel titles that kind of jump out. And yeah, could be of interest. How to draw with art germ. I wouldn't mind reading the room for that, if anything, because I've never actually seen the guy draw. See a live demonstration of how he creates with long, strong, beautiful female characters in the entertainment world, making them cool and sexy without objectifying them. I would argue that he kind of does. But there we go. Friday 26th from 12:30 through till 2, so an hour and a half panel taking place in room 3. Guys, your thoughts, please. I mean, for those with really strong fandom comics, That's a lot. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people that give a lot of grief to comics and saying that there isn't the comics content at San Diego Comic-Con. I would argue that no, you've got your panels full on, and it's pretty intense. For Friday, it's so much comics. It's almost a snack back to say it is all about comics. Yeah, how parody and remakes enhance the film industry. No one of any interest there, or that I'm aware of. Kaiju Kingdom podcast hosting, talking about Godzilla and Kong. I don't even want to talk about that because, well, I tried that panel myself. Yeah, guys, your thoughts, please. This is particularly poor. I'm not going to say poor because you might be a fan of some of these things. Andrew Dickinson, offsites out there. Friday might be the day. This is true. Yeah. It's the fact that Kevin Feige is in the room. He's in the building. What, is he staying the weekend? Is it something that we've been talking about when it comes to that TBA? And I did put a bit of a poll up on Threads and said, just out of curiosity, what do you think of the odds of Marvel bucking the trend and taking on Hall H on Thursday and really going mental? Thursday is usually it's teed up as a quiet day. What if Marvel did their thing on Thursday at the end of the day? And I had people say that, yes, it's a possibility. But is this a case of Kevin Feige being around after something like that? Interesting. Michael P is saying Indigo Ballroom for me. Yeah, off the back of that. But like I say, the people that they would have to get in the building would have to be really, I think they'd have to be great. Entertainment Weekly's Brave Warriors, again, TBA. Collider Ladies Night Live, you got two names there, but still TBA. TV Guys Magazine's fan favorites, TBA. That is Ballroom 20. So one more time, adult Indigo Ballroom, you're saying that for you, it's all about the animation. Andrew Dickinson, a lot of people are going to be peed off as the queuing will be Wednesday night. A lot of people still coming in. Yeah. The reason why, at the end of the day, Saturday is looking pretty much blocked out. We are going to go into that in a minute because we knew about Saturday panels. We know about DC topping and tailing it. We know about Borderlands. They're in the building because they're going to be doing a signing on Saturday afternoon, but we don't know what they're going to be doing else for that. There was another panel announced today you've got Star Trek as well. That's taking up time. I'm thinking that Saturday is off the equation. It also depends on what exactly they're intending to bring, if anything. Marvel always do kind of knock it out of the park. But this could be a year where they just dial it back a bit, maybe. If you are looking through the panels and looking through let us know what you're thinking. Andrew Dickinson, Marvel should take over the Shell, bigger crowd. But that venue is taken up already. You've got 2 anime, manga, soundtrack, and K-pop performances happening on Friday and Saturday. So Marvel would take over the Shell. Now, Andrew Dickinson, yeah, we'll talk about this. Plus, Captain America just released. Why not wait until con? Here's the thing about that, and I get it. The one thing about San Diego Comic-Con is there's so much stuff that comes out when it comes to the news cycle over the course of the entire weekend. The downside to that is, of course, that if you drop something, give it half an hour, 20 minutes, something else is going to show up and take your news cycle away. People are going to talk about Captain America for the rest of the night and possibly into the weekend. Admittedly, for myself, I was interested, but I have no idea of what the tone is of that particular film. Great to see Harrison Ford on screen. Admittedly, he's now going to be talking about Red Hulk for the rest of his life. Yeah, I mean, it was only through sheer determination and being a legend that Robert Redford never got harassed to show up at a Comic-Con ever again. But yeah, that's the thing. I personally think the reason why they've dropped Captain America now. I mean, they could have held off and waited till D23 and really got people's attention. But again, it's all the stuff that's going to come out of D23. It's going to swallow up news cycles. Right now, there's nothing going on. What are you talking about? What are we discussing? We're talking about panels. This is where people now go, well, they're going to walk away and start breaking down the panel for themselves. At the end of the day, right now, if you're into pop culture, if you're into movies, people are talking about Captain America: Brave New World. Again, I feel that it's a bit of a bait and switch trailer, but it is marketed as a teaser. So it is a case of what you can actually attract people's attention with, and people. I mean, obviously, when you have the image of a certain character at the very end of your trailer, it's going to be something to kind of talk about. And but for me, I think the tone's a little bit mixed. I mean, I'd like it to be a little bit more Winter Soldier. D23 is in 3 weeks' time. I think it's either a week after or 2 weeks after San Diego Comic-Con. It's imminent. So that's on the way. When has that been posted? Ballroom 20, if you're a Simpsons fan, between 12 and 12:45. The Simpsons creators give an exclusive spooky sneak preview of Treehouse of Horror 35, the scariest 35th Halloween special ever. Join panelists Matt Groening. Matt Groening in the house. Wow. Matt Selman, Rob Sebnick, Tim Bailey, along with special guest moderator Kevin Smith in Ballroom 20. That is being dropped by wiki/Simpsons on the old threads. So, we're getting some updates about Saturday as well. Let's have a look at see what else is being talked about at the moment. No one's really kind of like talking about the. No one's really talking about these panels, which, frankly, I mean, there's people talking about Doctor Who. So, D23 schedule has just dropped today, it seems. D23 is August the 9th to 11th. Like I say, a couple of weeks after San Diego Comic-Con. Yes, we've got ourselves Kristen, who's giving a bit of a fangirl moment with Matt Groening. That'd be nice. Matt Groening in the room. But like I say, that's for Saturday in Ballroom 20. That'll be one that people will camp out for. People are going to camp out for Doctor Who. Set a course for San Diego 2024. TARDIS will be materializing at SDCC this year with a Doctor Who Hall H panel with Nuku Tigawa, Millie Gibson, and Russell T. Davies as they discuss all things Season 1 and more. Season 1, don't get Miss old Doctor Who fans started about Season 1s and all of that nonsense. But no, we're going to be talking Christmas episodes and specials and all of that kind of thing. But that's 12:30 till 1:30, Hall H is going to be something that people are going to be, yeah. And it is what people are talking about. Doctor Who at Comic-Con. It's official. Yeah. See what else we've got that is talking about. Anything else that's caught your attention? Anything that you want me to have a look at? Toy Fan is saying that Hasbro Transformer toy panel is at 6 p.m., which seems a bit late. Which room is that in, sir? Or indeed, madam? Where am I looking? Considering I'm trying my absolute damnedest not to, I don't know, go off the page with this thing and catch something. Hasbro Transformer panel. Which one's that? At 6 p.m. I am looking, but I can't quite seem to see it. Wow, it's I mean, there's some highlights in here, but they're for hardcore fans. It does look like your Friday is for hardcore fans of things. Solicitous Meg, there are no bedtimes at SDCC. You'll be fine. Yes, agreed. Why on earth do we spend all this money on these really expensive hotel rooms when a large chunk of it we don't actually spend in the hotel room? Oh my word! Let's have a look and see if there's anybody in that one. Jonathan Mabry, Mark Waldman. Okay, Terry Moore. Got a panel in room 29AB talking about Strangers in Paradise, Parker Girls. Again, a comic creator that has some really hardcore fans. But then it's a case of who else is going to be in the room to see that. Thoughts? Your thoughts, please. Otherwise, I will just wrap this up. I mean, 42 minutes. I spent a lot of time yesterday. Thursday was a strong day. Friday just seems a little quieter. But Hall H, The Boys from 10 o'clock, Lord of Rings, Rings of Power, Into the Universe from 12:30, Walking Dead, Ted City at 1:45, Walking Dead 2:45 there, Daryl Dixon, Book of Carol, Collider's directors on directing from 4 till 5, and then Alien Romulus from 5:15 to 6:15. Solicitous Meg, the older I get, those hotel rooms get used more and more. Agreed. Andrew Dickinson worked out SDCC hotel is 50% more than at the Gen Con one. I'm over a mile away at San Diego, attached to the convention center for Gen Con. Thank you for that little contribution. I'm not saying that I'm ready to throw this browser into the sea, but I'm getting close. I'm trying to find something to say, and I'm struggling. For me, I think I'll be in Ballroom 20, but I can't see that being a camp out kind of lineup. Yes, you will be seeing some people camping out overnight for Hall H for Friday, but for stuff like Prime Video's The Boys, Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power, and Doctor Who. Bit of a turnaround maybe for Walking Dead. I am going to kind of leave it there. It's not down to the programmers, because this is clearly a lot of programming with some real niche fandoms. Arcana, by the way. I think that's the only one that I can see. So we've got nothing in the way of that. Ah, dearie me. What's this? Michael P. Will you do the Riker on the panel? This is Michael P. Jonathan Frakes on Thursday. Looks like that's what he's interested in. Right. So tell you what, then, let's just leave it there for now. Michael P. saying activations on Friday. Have a look round. Explore. You never know. You may find your next big interest by floating around and checking out the other panels. You're absolutely right. Okay. We have got some stuff that has been announced, though. So we've got ourselves some stuff that's been presented. I can't find this email. Usually would have been shared to press. But we have ourselves the unofficial blog that has listed Disney Entertainment, the Disney TV San Diego Comic-Con 2024 panels announced. Let's see if we can just zoom a little bit down for that. Here we go. So, Disney Entertainment heading back to San Diego Comic-Con. We knew about Percy Jackson and the Olympics and what we do in the shadows. That's Thursday. We also now know about Friday, Doctor Who in Hall H on 12:30. Solar Opposites in animation, which is going to be Indigo Room at 2 o'clock till 2:45. Great North and Bob's Burgers. We knew about these as well, all happening in Indigo. They've also announced what they're doing with Saturday. So here we go. Futurama is going to be in Ballroom 20. Again, we kind of have had this before, where we have a bit of a block with the Futurama Simpsons kind of Family Guy kind of vibe. So yeah, basically the Matt Groening, a couple of hours. Matt Groening is going to be in the house. Like I say, Futurama is back for a new season coming July 29th to Hulu. So you've got Matt Groening, David X. Cohen, Claudia Katz, and Billy West, John DiMaggio, Lauren Tom, Phil DeMar, David Herman, and Maurice LaMarche talking about a sneak preview of an all-new season. That is 11 o'clock to 11:45. Simpsons, you're talking 12 till 12:45, so you're talking about the Treehouse of Horror 35, which we now know about. Abbott Elementary Class in session in Indigo, cast and crew on stage from 12:30 till 1:30. Ballroom 20 from 1 o'clock. So following the Matt Groening stuff, you've got American Dad. Again, cast and crew on stage, including Wendy Schaal, Scott Grimes, Rachel McFarlane, D. Bradley Baker, Jeff Fisher, and executive producers Matt Wiseman, Cara Fellow, and Nick Wagner. You may notice a name missing there. Likewise, when it comes to the Family Guy panel. Yes, Seth MacFarlane is not in the hizzle. The Rookie is going to be in Indigo. We kind of knew that Nathan Fillion is kicking about, but he's going to be on stage with Mika Fox, Alyssa Diaz, Richard T. Jones, Melissa O'Neill, Eric Winter, Sean Ashmore, and Lisette Chavez. That's on Indigo Saturday, 1:45 to 2:45. Let's have a look. And then Tracker is going to be on stage, Indigo Room, 3 till 4. Joint star and executive producer Justin Hartley, also known from This Is Us and Smallville, known using a big heavy lifting there, and showrunner and executive producer Elwood Reed, as they discuss what made CBS Tracker this season's #1 series and tease what's next for Cultus Shaw. Never heard of it. So yeah, there you go. That's what Disney are bringing. I suspect the booth is going to be where people are going to be gravitating more to. And then we've got this, which is Sony Pictures Television telling us about their panels. Like I say, this is the one that's happening on Friday as well. The boys are coming to Hall H on Friday 26. You've got For All Mankind is going to be doing their conversation with Ronald D. Moore with moderator Mary McDonnell, which is going to be interesting. She's a bit of a space cadet and easily distracted. That's going to be an interesting panel. Cobra Kai is going to be doing a panel as well at the Sony booth from Thursday to... You see, Cobra Kai I'd have thought would be big enough to stick in somewhere like Indigo or Ballroom 20. it's a big enough show. I'm stunned that they're just doing a kind of appearance and then a live in-person Lone Low Boss podcast episode on Thursday, July. How bizarre. But that's Sony Pictures Television. Admittedly, it's the first time that Sony Pictures Television are going to be doing a booth. It's going to be at 4745, and it's showcasing The Boys, Cobra Kai, Twisted Metal, and For All Mankind. You're also going to be looking at one or two highlights as well, with Universal Basic Guys and Sausage Party's Foodtopia going to be previewed on that booth. Also, you're going to get the chance to win yourself some limited edition, or get yourself, it's a win yourself, limited edition custom printed t-shirts in partnership with American Apparel. So you can get yourself a boys t-shirt on that booth. Posters as well up for grabs, signings and giveaways, activations on stage, and a Sony scavenger hunt. Scan the QR code at booth 4745 to begin a scavenger hunt with your opportunity to win a Sony Bravia TV and Bravia Theatre soundbar. If you're up for a new telly, give it a go. Sony are giving one away. If I won that, how the hell would I get it home? Fireside chats are going to be happening on the booth itself as well. Follow us on Instagram at SPTV for exact timing. The likes of Ronald D. Moore, Victoria Paul from Twisted Metal, Raymond Pamula from Twisted Metal, Adam and Craig Malamute from Universal Basic Guys, and Kyle Hunter, the showrunner EP of Sausage Party Foodtopia, doing appearances on the booth. So there we go. All righty then. That we know. It was exactly the same description that they posted for Friday. Hall H, The Boys from 10 o'clock, kickstarting the day. So there we go. That's what we've got. Friday, after such a strong Thursday, a strong day to get started. And again, more questions than answers. What exactly are we doing with Marvel? How are we going to fill that particular day? Tell you what, I'm going to very quickly, because I'm not one for using the unofficial blog too much, because, well, frankly, I want to try and do my own stuff. But they do have the way of doing, as far as I'm aware, panels. So if I can see a way of dialing up their thoughts on Saturdays, yeah, going to be, I might have to come back to you on this and just, no, it's all about, it's something else, is this. This is the reason why I'm not a huge fan of the unofficial blog. It can be a little bit messy in places. Yeah, Toby, Felicia Day, I believe, has a panel at Indigo. She has panels all over the shop. She has panels on Thursday. She has panels on Friday now. She's got panels throughout the weekend. It's Felicia Day is back in a big way at San Diego. But now it's a case of finding out what panels she's actually doing. So, yeah. I really don't know what else to say to you guys. Yes, some big names, but they're few and far between, and they're spaced between two big rooms, which is Indigo and Hall H. Ballroom 20, for now, it's a little bit sparse until they start announcing names about who's going to be on those panels. As for the rest of it, I spotted some really cool bits and pieces, but it'd be stuff that I don't know if I'd be planning my day around. Yeah. Let's have a look at this. Andrew Dickinson. Every time I get to a Felicia panel and ask questions, she calls me weird. I take that as a badge of honor. Andrew, I don't know where on earth she gets it from. You're not weird. Not to me. So there we go. I'm just randomly clicking at this point, just seeing if there's anybody or anything else that's kind of like going to catch my attention. I mean, like I say, there's stuff that I would be interested in going. Chuck a toilet. Toby, you need to change your bloody handle name, sir. Dan Check, having a slow day for pounds is also kind of nice, though it means it is a floor day. Yes, absolutely. I have no problem with that. And like I say, if you're into your comics, there's a lot of comics content here. It's a lot. So I'm kind of all right with that. I'm curious to see who's on this panel. No one I really know behind the design, creating moving posters and entertainment key art, but nobody I'm aware of. And I'm a bit of a comics, a movie posters aficionado. Right. I may come back to you on this and let you know what's going on. For now, however, I have just stretched maybe 25 minutes out into an hour, and I don't know how I did it. This is going to be this Friday looks like a very slow day, unless you're a Doctor Who fan. Yeah, this is true. Diane, what's your thoughts on the offsites this year? You know what? I'm really enjoying the offsites, although I'm noticing it's a lot about parties and stuff like that. For example, the Paramount Plus, that's tickets only, and it's sold out. Which means if you wanted to really kind of do something when it came to Star Trek and anything else Paramount Plus, you're kind of buggered because it's all gone. The Gotham activations for the Penguin, as far as I'm aware, they're nearly selling out as well. I mean, we've got a couple of good ones that's really kind of catching people's attention. So let's bring it up one more time. Let's go to. I mean, we've got the unofficial blog. We've got their thing for offsites as well. Voodoo Ranger is going to be at the Shipwreck Bar at San Diego. Dragon Ball offsite as well. Yeah, all of them are just kind of like ramping themselves up. But lots of bits and pieces dotted around. And it seems to be a lot of taking over stuff further into town, like bars, venues, that kind of thing, nightclubs, night stuff. No big Star Trek announced is there? No, but we do know that Star Trek has got a panel on Saturday. So, like I say, Saturday's kind of getting boxed out already. DC to start, or Warner's with Superman and Lois. You do have a Star Trek. It's like an hour and a half. Strange New Worlds, Lower Decks, that kind of thing. So that's all blocked out. Then you've got Borderlands, which will be in there somewhere, because like I say, they are doing a signing on Saturday. What is the point of getting your cast coming into town for the whole weekend if you're just going to do a signing on the Saturday? There's going to be a Borderlands panel, but we've got to find out which Borderlands panel. Has anyone checked in on the exclusives yet? See if Doctor Who have announced any signing opportunities on the panel for your big crew, for Russell and for the new Doctor and all of that. Yeah, we have to check that. So, and then you've got DC to finish with the Penguin. Yeah, Sandy's looking kind of blocked out already. You've got your Crunchyroll stuff as well. The concerts back to back on Friday and Saturday, free of charge for anybody who wants to go in. Michael P is saying, Leonard, Saturday is Indigo Ballroom. You are your animation nut, aren't you? So yeah, that's all well and good. Chuck Jones Gallery bringing art and animation to San Diego Comic-Con. Where is the Chuck Jones Gallery now? I thought it had moved because it wasn't downtown at the last time I checked. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up there. I'm going to do a little bit more investigating and having a look around the panels, see if there's anything in the way of like maybe 10 gems that may slip underneath the radar. But right now it seems to be a raft of panels which could just fit that bill. It's a bit slight for your big headliners. Your big headliner, really, The Boys, Doctor Who, Walking Dead. And Toby, if you're a Star Trek fan and a gamer, Might want to check out the mezzanine room for Artemis game there. There you go. Nice tip for you there. Go and check out the Artemis room. Right, that's me. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Hopefully you kind of enjoyed it. I have no idea what you got benefit out of this, if anything, because I was expecting to come on and get really blown away by a lot of really exciting stuff. But it does seem to be a lot of TBAs and a couple of 3 or 4 of the big names just taking over the 2 big rooms. The rest of it's all rather small, but it's fan driven. To be fair, which there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Small set panels for a Friday. It's a bit of what I call a bit of a light day. I'm going to go online. I'm going to see what people are talking about and see what people are thinking about. What's your thoughts on it? Jump in the comments below. Of course, let us know what you think. Thoughts on Friday. Let us know what your expectations are of Saturday. Could we see bigger and better? Will we be seeing Marvel in Hall H on Saturday, or is it just going to be a topsy-turvy year? And of course, like, subscribe, hit the notifications. We will not be doing one of these tomorrow, unfortunately, purely because I'm working. I am DJing tomorrow. I'm earning some last-minute pennies for my flight. I am flying out on Wednesday, landing in San Diego for Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But I will be doing an early show. So 9 a.m. Pacific, midday Eastern, and 5 p.m. on Sunday, where we are going to break down for an hour the Saturday panels, and then we're going to launch straight into Sunday and talk about the final day of panels. Will we have a Hall H? Will we have, well, Ballroom 20 is traditionally closed. What's going to be happening? What's this going on? A week early or the night of preview night? A week early. I'm getting in San Diego early. A couple of reasons. I love San Diego and it's my holiday. And what's the point of just going out for Comic-Con week? So no, I'm going out for San Diego to explore, check out some of these restaurants, which I've been hearing so much about. Caroline will be abandoning me on Friday and Saturday, or Saturday and Sunday, because she's going to be volunteering and going up to Pride, as is her wont. Which means if anyone wants to meet up on Friday or Saturday and just sort of really get ramped up for Comic-Con the week after, yeah, let me know and we'll see what's going on. And Diane saying, no, we'll see you on Tuesday night's gathering. Right, Tuesday. I am hoping to attend the gathering which you're talking about, but also I am wanting to attend the Nuclear Comics meetup, which is like kind of like their little party thing, allowing yesterday's customers, exclusive customers, to get their exclusives early. Now, admittedly, I may even ditch that because, I would like to try and get the daily pins. So I'll be swinging past the yesterday's booth most of the days. But yes, I will be coming to the meetup. Listen, I'll be trying to see as many bodies as I possibly can over the course of the next 2 weeks. Like I say, fly out on Tuesday. So if anyone wants to come and check us out and meet up, of course, jump in on threads and message and say, hey, Leonard, I'm here. Do you want to sort of like say hi? I'd love to say hi to people. Catch me in San Diego and say hi. That's what I go for, to meet my Comic-Con friends and family again. Family that I kind of have made for myself. Right. Take care. See you later. And I will be back again with another one of these on Sunday. Well, it's going to be a slightly extended one as we cover Saturday and Sunday panels. Of course, I'll be sort of checking in on social media because I won't be DJing all the night. And I'll kind of throw in my 5 penneth. So please do follow me on threads, Englishman STCC, for my thoughts on Saturday. But no, we'll break it down properly 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoon. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I'll hopefully see you not only at San Diego Comic-Con, but also on these live streams and back again on Sunday. Take care. We'll see you soon.